cost so many batteries.
Yeah.
He shoots somebody, we're gonna have the pigs up our ass. Down here.
The Martians. And see right here? A coupon comes with every pack. How many coupons does it
Get some units over here. Maybe stop over and see what's going on.
What up? Eric. Stupid. I got Mafia 3 and I'm streaming. Can you see me? What'd you say? Is that me having a bad signal or you? Call.
I see anything. I didn't see anything.
No.
What up? Just streaming Mafia 3 right now. I didn't know you were at work, or else I was gonna have you check it. I sent the invitation on Facebook.
Lately, I've been getting tired of that. So I work out all week.
Yeah.
And then they required all the documentation and everything for it, like 10 years rental history, 10 years work history, 3 years pay stubs, 3 months of, or 3 months of pay stubs, 3 years W2, 3 years tax return, like just thing after thing after thing. So today I actually had the whole day off, and we got all of it done, and today we wired the money for escrow to start the closing process.
You heard about
We
the curse
finally
that
gave them
whispered
the
on
routing information.
That boy was weak,
And we got everything done, and we took the 8-hour class we needed to take online.
They say he couldn't get it up after
And
that.
now,
Had the
the only
cars
things
in,
left for the
couldn't
house
sleep,
at all
hair
are the
started
appraisal
falling out. It was
and the
all in his
inspection.
head. Oh yeah. So why did
It's
you?
absurd how much shit they need, and then when you give it to them, they don't even like. They throw it to the side, you know.
And don't let
Well,
them
like
goddamn
with our
and their
financial
devil
lady
worship
back then,
nonsense get in your
she
head.
put it all together in a case file for us, and then she sent it to the underwriter, and they're the ones who say yes or no to the loan. So she feeds it to them, of course they'll pay us. Like, there's no reason they would say no.
Hey, so you have an Android or is your phone good or bad?
I have an Android and my phone's good, but the service out here in Quad Valley is really terrible because they only have one phone tower in a whole area. It's kind of rural, the rural area.
We got a dead mother.
Well, the reason I brought it up is that if you're on Wi-Fi and you're at home, since you have an Android, there's a really dope app called. You have to set your phone to. You have to set your phone to fucking. Let me figure it out. To be able to download things that aren't in the App Store. You know what I'm talking about? Well, like Apple only allows you to download things from the App Store, unless you Yeah, let me finish. What I'm trying to say is, unless you jailbreak your Apple, you can't download anything at all that's not in the. Let me finish, motherfucker. If you have an Apple, you have to jailbreak it. You have to jailbreak your Apple to be able to download anything that's not in the store. But now that I've finished that sentence, Android allows you to go into this your settings, go into like privacy or security, and you can set your phone momentarily to download items that are not in the App Store. I did it. Basically, what happened was, you know that manga site, that manga website I have.
Mm-hmm.
On the manga site, they weren't able to give you like Naruto and like the popular mangas because there's licensing issues, right? And due to that fact, since there's licensing problems, they made it where you can, and I had already paid like $4 for the premium account where I could do multiple downloads and everything, and there's no advertisements or anything, which there isn't. There's not a lot of bloatware and advertisements anyway, but if you're downloading occasionally, there might have been, I don't remember. But instead of just being able to download one thing at a time, I could do like 4 downloads at once, as long as I have a SIM card to put all my shit on. But what I'm coming around to telling you that's fucking super tits is there's a couple other like that one. It was in the Apple Store, but they decided to take it out of the Apple Store, make it a download for. They kept it in the Apple Store, but for the Google Play, instead of using Google Play, they made it a non Google Play Store purchase. so they could avoid the licensing issues. Since they did that, you download the thing off their website, the APK, you install it onto your phone, and then when you do that, there's no licensing issues. Well, with this app called Showbox, you can watch any episode of any TV show. I just watched the beginning of. I didn't watch the whole movie, but I watched the beginning of Suicide Squad on my phone in 720 pi. It has all the movies that are in theaters, and it's all good quality. And you can even make a website, connect to a website for subtitles and download subtitles too. But I don't want to go out of my way to do that, unless it's like some Chinese movie that is super badass, but I can't watch it because I don't understand it. I might do it then. But it's called Showbox, and go into your security settings, make it where you can make a download that's off of the Google Play Store. Download Showbox, because then if you're at home, Ashley's on the computer, but you're connected to your Wi-Fi where you have good service. You can just connect your phone to Wi-Fi, plug it in, and you can watch movies on your phone. Instead of
To summarize what you're saying, you basically jailbroke your iPhone.
I know, you're a troll. But Androids don't need to be jailbroken. That's one of my story. Well, that Robert Lillard dude, he grew up and learned things in the host tower as a youth alongside Arkland Greeth. But Arkland Greeth, like the head of the magic tower passed away or like retired, and Arkland Greeth took that as a power hold. Basically, all along he had a dark heart, and he basically made himself become a lich so he could live forever and study all his magic forever. And then he had like a couple people underneath him, and he basically overtook the tower, and it was like the tower was evil because of him, and anybody who wasn't allied to him, he would like let them still learn magic at the tower, but he was ready to. He had like he's like Batman. He had prep time ready to kill any of them if they learned too much or if they betrayed him openly. So basically, like the host tower is going on, and the whole time Borneer's searching for Gauntelgram, the host tower was like connected to it. I'm not going to tell you too much, but what I'm trying to say is Arkland Greeth became like a huge, fat, like Santa Claus looking gnarly lich, but he could fake like he's in his normal skin with magic. And he had two wizard chicks. One's name was Valindra Shadowmantle, and the other one, I can't remember her name, but she has family in like Neverwinter, and one was an elf and I believe one was a human, and they hated each other. Well, Valindra stays loyal to Arkland in like one of the last books I read a while ago, and when Arkland and her get defeated in Luskan, he turns her into a lich and brings her back. But since he gets destroyed, he has to be stored inside of a like you know how the skull, you know Bob the skull.
It's called the phylactery.
Huh?
Oh, the reading, so I said the phylactery.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. You going to bed? I'll keep it down. I'll turn this down. Good night, brother. The you know what I'm talking about. Well, he gets stored in one of those, but I believe Jarlaxle steals it and takes it down to Gromp, his the best wizard in the whole world.
Elminster?
No, Elminster's dead and past. the newest crazy mage is fucking Gromp. He's from fucking the Underdark. It's Drizzt's cousin and Jarlaxle's brother, I believe. Jarlaxle's younger brother, I believe. And he stays in the city and he's like hiding with the matrons, but he's so burly nobody could fuck with him. And he's like the one person who can see right through everything Jarlaxle's doing. And he knows what's going on all over the. Yeah. Well, the future fucking books, like the next one that's coming out is called Maestro, and it's coming out on Nick's birthday, and it's like supposed to be super epic, and it's all about Gromp. And one of the upcoming books, I believe in the Homecoming series, is about Drizzt returning to the Underdark, and it's like the whole book is about Jarlaxle. I can't wait because Jarlaxle is my favorite character. And okay, well, all I wanted to say was Drizzt, since Catti and everyone's dead, he's like has this battle. He has this lust for a battle, and he's like has like selfless abandonment where he just doesn't care right now and has a bad attitude. And when he ran into Athrogate, the Drow that you like with the spinning maces. Chaos dwarf.
Yeah, George.
Dude, hey, Jarlaxle is homies with him hardcore. Shit goes down in this book, and Jarlaxle like basically risks his life to save Athrogate. It's crazy. But what I'm coming around to tell you is, Athrogate and Jarlaxle are in their band together, and then Drizzt and Bornir, they're together. And Nick almost fucked me at Brynnar. And basically what happens is Jarlaxle notices like Drizzt's demeanor, and there's a part where he's like, "So what? You have this kind of attitude now?" And Drizzt's like has like this selflessness and like loathing, self-hatred, and he's like, "It's not like I made a difference anyway." And fucking Jarlaxle like slams him up against the wall and pins him there, and like is like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he like punks Drizzt, and Drizzt's just looking at him like, "I don't give a fuck." And Jarlaxle's like, "You're the one who made it out made it out." And he's like, "What do you mean I made it out? I'm a Drow, everybody died." And he's like, "I'm not talking about the surface world, you dumbass. You made it out from the Underdark. All the matrons, everybody wants to kill you. But now that many generations have gone by, we all look to you as a symbol of hope because you made it out of your destiny of having to kill and be the arms master like your father." And basically like Drizzt's like this symbol of freedom and stuff, you know what I mean? And he's like, "How can you say you didn't make a difference?" And like Jarlaxle wants to kill him because he's so disgusted. Because he always, and even him, he always looked to Drizzt to being that stoic person, you know? And Drizzt's just killing people, like there's a part where Drizzt's fighting these bad guys. Can you hear me?
Greg.
Hey, so basically what I was trying to say is, shit goes down and Drizzet's like fighting a bunch of people, and instead of like, you know how Drizzet usually, instead of like mercilessly killing people, he kind of like incapacitates them and gives them a chance to surrender.
He doesn't do that anymore?
Dude, no. His it talks about Jarlaxle watching from the stairway, and Drizzet's just like his knives are just dripping blood, and he's just running through with a grin on his face like a beast.
So the hunter took over. Nick told me, when Nick was talking to me like you and kind of like spoiling stuff kind of like you, he basically said that when Drizzt finally gets everyone back together and sees what he becomes, he finally defeats the hunter. And he's like, he didn't defeat the hunter, he like mastered the hunter. He finally becomes full. So, shit's gonna go down. There has to be something that does that.
Yeah, well, from what I've already heard from multiple sources is that he finds a way to like resurrect the champions.
Oh yeah. Everyone gets reborn. And I heard Bruner's story. Well, that means Bruner has to die, huh?
I'm not saying anything.
Alright. That is because Nick told me that Bruner starts off not as a king.
Not as what?
Like when he's born, he isn't royalty. He's like a normal dwarf. And then he to like rebirth everybody, they all have to basically do heroic stuff. And his story, like he's like a really heroic story that makes him eventually like basically get the mantle of king from blacksmith to king.
I'm not gonna give it too much away because believe me, he already did some crazy heroic shit
Oh, as Bruner?
as Brunner. But yeah, we'll see what he does.
I think someone's calling me. Alright, Greg, I got here.
Later, bro. Peace.